Just a few years ago, I was living in Jerusalem. I was a servant to a royal family there. And then one terrible day, the Babylonians came and they took us all away, all of us from the royal household. They took us away. I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to my family. It was a horrible day. Well, after that, we had to travel for many months in the hot desert sun and the cold nights. Finally, we ended up following a river. And in front of us, after several months, we saw this huge, amazing city called Babylon. It was amazing. The walls were huge. They were so big that there were chariots on top of them with horses riding. And then we walked down this long section and we walked into these two blue gates called the Gates of Ishtar. And we were inside the city of Babylon as prisoners. We were amazed, but we were also so scared. If this city was so big and so powerful, what would these people do to us? Well, thankfully, after only a few months, the Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and Daniel became known to the king for their wisdom, and we were so glad to have people that worked with the king that were our own people. We know why we're here. We were told to worship only one God, and well, we were kind of scared. We thought maybe we should worship a few more gods just in case. So we kept worshiping more and more gods and idols, and the prophets kept telling us, stop, don't do that. Don't worship all those other gods, or you'll be taken away. And we didn't listen to them, and here we are. But the good news is that the prophet Hananiah, he told us we're only going to be here a couple of years. So that's the really good news. Oh, a delivery from the Babylonian Postal Service. Huh, interesting. Haven't heard from them for a long time. Oh, this is a letter to the exiles, so to my master, and it's from, oh boy, it's from Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a prophet who's always giving bad news, always the bad news. You better do this, you better do that, you better not do this. But he's also always right. So, oh boy, I better go give this letter to my master. Oh, there's another letter. Oh, okay, I better open this one first. This one. Oh, it says it's to me. It's from my master. I can open this one. It says, I heard we got a letter from Jeremiah. I'm too scared to read it. You read it. Great. All right, here we go. Here's the letter from Jeremiah. Oh, I'm scared. This is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says to all those carried away into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon. That's me. Build houses, settle down, plant gardens, marry, have children, help the Babylonians be peaceful and prosperous. What? We don't want to settle here. We don't want to stay here. We're supposed to leave in a couple of years. Hananiah said we're supposed to leave. Don't believe prophets like Hananiah. You will return to Jerusalem after 70 years. I told you Jeremiah always gives bad news. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. God has plans for us here in Babylon, in captivity. I better go tell my master bad news and good news. All right, so in that story you heard a story about the people in exile and the prophet Jeremiah. That verse, Jeremiah 29:11, is a very famous verse. A lot of times it's used kind of like we think happy plans and good plans for the future, and it makes us feel all content. But actually that verse was written to people who were stuck. They couldn't leave Babylon for 70 years. They were very sad when they heard this news. But God said, even when you're stuck, even when you're somewhere you don't want to be, I still have plans for you, and I still want you to bless the people around you. And maybe you're feeling a little stuck. Maybe you don't like the way things are going with church being different and everything being different because of coronavirus. Maybe you're worried about how school is going to be because things are so strange these days. But God says, don't worry. Even if you feel like you're not in a good place, I still have plans for you. Don't wait around. Get busy with my work right now. All right, so our activities for this story are, what I want you to do is, you will get these things from me, or you can do this at home, is you just need a pin, a magnet, and a piece of wax paper with N written on the top. We're going to make a compass. Now this is what a real compass looks like. It always points north, okay? So you can see where you're going. If you're lost in the woods or something, you can always see which direction is north. All right, that's something we don't use too much anymore, but because we have them on our phones, we have them everywhere, but that's what a compass looks like. We're gonna make our own compass. So the way to do that is you take a magnet and you magnetize the end of a pin. Or you can use a needle, you can use part of a safety pin or a piece of wire. You just rub it on that magnet and just keep rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it to magnetize it. And then you get a bowl of water and you put your pin with the side that you magnetized on the north side and put it into the water. Ah! Oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, sorry. Sometimes things happen like that. I'm hoping that this is still going to work. Okay. All right. Let's try that again. It's turning. It's turning. Oh. When I tried it earlier, it worked. There, it's north, but I helped it a little bit, probably because I needed to dry it off a little better. So that's how you can make your own compass, and it does work. It just worked, not in the video. All right, so here's a snack idea. You can take anything round and make a compass out of it. If you have something sweet, you could use some icing and show which direction is north. This one has a little piece of pepperoni on it and some sliced cheese. That one I had to cut an N out of some salami. So just make a little snack, get creative with how to show compass point for north. For the art project, you're going to do a treasure map of your life. Now, I know you're thinking, well, Miss Julie, I haven't lived a lot of years yet, and you've lived a lot of years. That's true. That's why my treasure map is kind of big. What you can do, or your parents can do this instead, or with you, is you can do a little map of the different places you've lived or the different events that have happened in your life. And like a treasure map, you have the path going, and then I have the X stopping right here in Siloam Springs where we live right now. But of course, there are other things and other places maybe that God has called us to. And on this map, I'm remembering all the different ways that God has led me and led our family and how he has shown us his plans for our lives. So that's an example from my life. You can talk to your parents about your lives. For example, when we had to leave the country of Afghanistan, we did not know where we were going to go next. We were in Afghanistan. We didn't know where we were going to go next. And God showed us that the next place was Sierra Leone in Africa. So you can ask your parents about the different places that God has led them and showed them, and the different things that He's helped them with, even if you haven't moved or haven't gone to other places. There's lots of things that have happened in your life probably that showed you that God has plans for you and has plans for your life. All right, well, the last thing is outside, so come with me. All right, so you can have one person in the middle, and that person is the compass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, and when I stop, everybody in the family has to run to where I stop, okay? All right. Oh, and the last one there is, well, you know. So Katrina did a good job. I'll try it one more time. Let's see how good she is at this. Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. Okay. That's it. That's our lesson for today about following God's plan for our lives, no matter where we are and no matter what we're doing. Bye.